In the meantime, let's go back to New York City. Want to get some updates on the case that is unfolding there regarding Sean Diddy Combs.
The judge has denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs. Of course, this was the hip-hop mogul's latest bid for freedom as he remains in federal jail for his racketeering and sex trafficking.
Once the king of red carpets and a symbol of success, Sean Diddy Combs now faces the fight of his life in the shadows of a crumbling detention center. A name synonymous with fame, fortune, and the music industry, he is now caught in a storm so dark and perplexing that even his most loyal fans can hardly understand how he ended up here. Gone are the days of private jets, lavish parties, and designer suits. Instead, his reality is marked by cold, unyielding walls, relentless whispers of conspiracy, and an overwhelming fear of being trapped in a system seemingly determined to destroy him.
Just incredible. And, it brings into context our whole system of innocent until proven guilty. Why is he not being given bond? And, we could debate that all day long. Of all people that's unlikely to flee or get away, he's got the resources to flee, but he's so recognizable. And isn't he innocent until proven guilty? Well, yeah, but, we have to recognize there are degrees of innocent until proven guilty. When you have this much...
Diddy's imprisonment at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, a facility notorious for its grim conditions, has shocked the world. The once flashy mogul, known for his charismatic presence and larger-than-life persona, now appears gaunt, gray-hailed, and utterly defeated. Reports from inside paint a haunting picture of a man who once seemed invincible, now reduced to a shell of his former self. Observers at his recent court appearances have noted that he looks astonishingly thinner and barely recognizable, a stark contrast to the vibrant figure he was just months ago. As one journalist put it, the man who once flaunted a lavish lifestyle now looks emaciated, which is perhaps expected after months in a federal detention center. The conditions Diddy is enduring at MDC are nothing short of horrifying. The facility, dubbed by some inmates as hell on earth, is plagued by understaffing, overcrowding, and numerous maintenance issues that make daily life nearly unbearable. Inmates are subjected to freezing temperatures in winter, stifling heat in summer, and unsanitary living conditions that would break even the toughest spirits. For someone like Diddy, who had been accustomed to the comforts of mansions and five-star accommodations, the adjustment must be brutal, as he now faces a stark reality in a system that seems designed to strip away all comforts.
It's a legitimate concern. No judge wants to wake up and read the headlines the next day, oh, they treated this guy special and they gave him bond, and now he's gone and he fled from justice. So that's what's in the back of most judges' minds. On the other hand, we deal with cases where clients have significant funds sometimes. Sometimes where there's money, you can craft a unique solution. Years ago, it was the ankle bracelet, the ankle monitor.
The harsh conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center are not the only thing taking a toll on Diddy. Rumors circulating within the prison suggest that he is being deliberately targeted. Some claim his food is being tampered with, leading to reports that he has been refusing the meals provided by the facility. Instead, Diddy is allegedly surviving on commissary snacks, a stark contrast to the gourmet meals he once enjoyed. A prison consultant speculated that Diddy's fears might not be unfounded, suggesting that powerful enemies on the outside could easily exert influence within the prison walls. Imagine if someone out there wanted to send a message, the consultant mused. They wouldn't need to break in, they just need to find the right person on the inside. Adding to the tension is Diddy's high-profile status, which makes him a target not only for potential enemies, but also for those who might seek to make an example of him. Being a celebrity behind bars presents unique challenges. Guards, inmates, and even staff members are said to have taken an unusual interest in his presence, with some reportedly going out of their way to make his life more difficult. Meanwhile, others are rumored to be leaking details of his struggles to the media, feeding the public's insatiable appetite for drama surrounding his fall from grace.
To me, that with all the money he has and all the resources he has, they couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone.
It's not just the physical hardships weighing on Diddy. There's a significant psychological toll as well. Sources inside the prison describe him as increasingly paranoid, with his once confident demeanor replaced by constant anxiety. He reportedly spends most of his time alone, avoiding interactions with other inmates whenever possible. Who could blame him? The walls of the detention center seem to close in tighter each day, and the whispers of betrayal and danger only grow louder, adding to the pressure he faces in this grim environment.
Sierra, anything's possible, right? But now this judge has an even harder time, I think, because the past judge locked him up, didn't let him out, and he's still there available for trial. If the new judge lets him out on bond and something goes wrong, and this isn't the analysis that I'm proud to make, right? We shouldn't be saying, well, judges are worried about their own skin and how they look if something bad happens.
Diddy's desperate attempts to secure bail have been repeatedly denied, leaving him trapped in what he has described to his legal team as an unlivable situation. His lawyers have fought tirelessly to get him released, arguing that the conditions at the detention center are unfit for anyone, especially someone preparing for a high-stakes trial. However, judges have refused to budge, citing concerns about potential interference with witnesses if Diddy were allowed to return to his sprawling Miami mansion.
Try everything. They're going to try to transfer him. They're going to try to get him out. In a normal case where it's a high-profile person or a well-funded person, the prosecution and the judge is a little bit more concerned about a wrongful prosecution, because people that are mad that they're being arrested for a crime they didn't commit can turn around and file for malicious prosecution.
The desperation in Diddy's legal maneuvers is palpable. His team has reportedly explored every possible avenue, from appealing directly to the Bureau of Prisons to requesting transfers to other facilities. Yet, every effort has been met with resistance. Some speculate that his inability to secure a transfer may be part of a larger, more sinister plan to keep him exactly where he is, vulnerable and isolated. Meanwhile, outside the prison walls, reactions to Diddy's downfall have been mixed. For years, he was a polarizing figure, hailed as a genius by some and criticized as ruthless by others. Now, as he faces the consequences of his alleged actions, his detractors are seizing the opportunity to revel in his downfall. Whispers of schadenfreude have spread among those who claim to have been wronged by him in the past. He's finally getting what he deserves, one anonymous source reportedly said, with a tone suggesting a long-awaited sense of justice.
He will be sued, and I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days.
While some celebrate Diddy's downfall, others can't help but feel a sense of pity. This is not just the story of a fallen star, but a cautionary tale about the perils of power and the fragility of human dignity. Watching Diddy waste away in a detention center notorious for its inhumane conditions has left many questioning whether the punishment truly fits the crime. How much suffering is enough to satisfy the demands of justice, and at what point does the line blur between accountability and cruelty? As the days turn into weeks, Diddy's situation only grows more dire. Reports suggest that he is losing weight at an alarming rate, with his once muscular frame now reduced to a frail shadow of its former self. Observers at his court appearances have noted that his clothes hang loosely on his body, a stark contrast to the tailored suits he once wore with pride. His face, once full of life, now appears hollow and gaunt, his eyes sunken and filled with a haunting mixture of fear and resignation, painting a grim picture of his descent.
Every jail is bad. Some jails are worse than others. And the problem, again, is if you move him, why is he getting special treatment? And maybe he's earned special treatment. Maybe what he's done, maybe he's given so much back to his fans, to the world, and to charity that maybe there's a way that it plays out in the end. But again, to go into court and say this jail is bad, move him to another jail.
Even Diddy's health has become a growing concern. While his legal team insists that he remains mentally sharp and focused in his defense, others question whether he is truly fit to withstand the pressures of his upcoming trial. The stress of his situation, combined with the physical toll of his imprisonment, has left many wondering how long he can endure before something gives. Despite the overwhelming odds stacked against him, Diddy remains a figure of fascination. The world watches with bated breath, eager to see how his story will unfold. Will he emerge from this ordeal stronger, like a phoenix rising from the ashes? Or will he become another cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most powerful can fall?
There's no way. They can't move in the general population. And would he be at risk? Sure, he'd be at risk. There's so many people that have nothing to lose, right? They're going to be in jail the rest of their life. They've got nothing to. They want their 15 minutes of fame. They were friends with Diddy, or they hurt Diddy, or they did. I mean, there's so many, people in jail that this would be their moment. You can't put them there. Plus,
the whispers of conspiracy surrounding Diddy are growing louder, and one thing is becoming clear: his story is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning. Behind the scenes, forces are at play that could change everything. Secrets are being kept, alliances tested, and the stakes have never been higher. In a world where power and influence reign supreme, the line between truth and fiction is often blurred, and the real story may be far different from what we're told. What if Diddy's downfall isn't simply the result of his alleged misdeeds? What if something deeper, something far more sinister is at play? The whispers of conspiracy have only intensified in recent weeks, painting an unsettling picture of a man who may not just be fighting for his freedom, but for his very life. Could it be that Diddy is the victim of a betrayal so calculated, so ruthless, that it's left him trapped in a web of powerful forces pulling the strings from behind the scenes? As the mystery deepens, even his most loyal fans are left questioning everything, wondering just how much of Diddy's story is still hidden.
Came here today just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see.
Behind every great empire lies a network of protectors, people who operate in the shadows, ensuring the powerful stay at the top. For years, Diddy seemed untouchable. He built his fortune on his own terms, mastering the art of reinvention and silencing his critics with an overwhelming show of success. However, rumors suggest that his rise to fame may not have been entirely self-made. Speculation has emerged that influential figures, often described as untouchable elites, played a significant role in keeping him at the top. These powerful figures allegedly shielded Diddy from the consequences of various controversies throughout his career, whether legal troubles, financial missteps, or personal scandals. No matter the challenge, he always seemed to emerge unscathed, his reputation intact. But what happens when those very protectors decide it's time for you to fall? Some insiders believe that Diddy's current predicament is the result of a calculated betrayal by these unseen forces. The theory is that Diddy has long held powerful, damaging secrets that could bring down more than just his empire. For years, he played along, keeping these secrets buried in exchange for their protection. But something changed. Perhaps he stepped out of line, or maybe he became a liability. Whatever the reason, those who once shielded him are now allegedly orchestrating his downfall.